Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the new year. I did a video like this last year about New Year's and how I felt about it, and I thought I would do one this year. And I thought this year would be a little bit different because this year was a really interesting year for me. It was the worst and the best year of my life. By that I mean that I was started at pretty much one of the lowest points I've ever been in my life, and I ended on one of the highest. I started the year at an all-time low, basically. It got progressively worse. What I thought couldn't get any worse did. Like, I hit the rockiest rock bottom there is, to the point where I didn't want to be here anymore. And I did something that could be irreversible. When I look back at that time in that moment, I was in the depths of hell. Emotionally really distraught, and I have felt like I had no other option. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, how could you think that? It's through that I realized how many people cared about me. And I want to point out that that's not a reason to want to. It did lead to me realizing that people loved me and cared about me. I think depression and your mental health, some of it is out of your control, but you do make conscious choices for certain things. For example, I had stopped seeing my therapist because I decided that I didn't have the time for it anymore. Wrong. Wrong life choice. I enclosed myself to the world. I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was holding everything inside, like everything, and it was really hard for me because I had all these things that were inside me, and I felt like I couldn't tell anyone because I didn't want to worry anyone, and I felt like nobody cared about me. So that kind of just exploded, and I feel like I could have made better choices, and ultimately the choice that I took was the bad choice. Like, I'm not proud of myself for doing that, but at that time I felt like there was no other option. And for some reason, it kind of just like, there's something that switched in my brain after that. Also, things started going a little bit more my way. I started being able to rest a little bit more, work less. I got to see my therapist more again, so I got to process things more. And I felt like I was making real friends finally. At the end of the year, I definitely have to say that I'm at a point where I'm really happy where I am. And that's so unusual because usually ends of years and winter is like depression for me. But this year, no. This year it's like really, really fun and giggly and cool and great. Now, because it is a new year, I wanted to do a video where I talk about my New Year's resolutions, which I wrote down in my new notebook, which is a part of my resolution of this year. This is my Hope and Achieve cousin. And on the first day, I wrote down my resolutions for the year, and I thought I would read them out and talk about them. I think when it comes to starting fresh, and the new year is definitely a great opportunity like that, I think we need to be less hard on ourselves, less harsh in terms of goals. If you tell yourself that you're going to do something every day starting the 1st of January, you're not going to do that thing. Things need to be progressive. Change needs to be progressive. It works for some people for it to be direct and like cold turkey in a sense, but I know for me that's not something that works, and I need to do things gradually. So my goals are things that will be done throughout different years. They're starting out now. So my first goal would be to smoke less. Yes, I love a little cancer steak now and then. It's just really bad. I would like for next 6 months to limit my consumption to 1 or 2 a day max. Then as time goes on, I would like it to be limited to weekends, and the end goal would be limited to social events to the point where then I stop forever. A few milestones, like it can give you an idea of if you want to like stop. For example, if you're someone who drinks alcohol every day and you feel like that's something you don't want to do anymore and you want to limit your alcohol, well, what you can start today is, well, Monday I won't drink. Monday is the only day where I won't drink, and like you do that little by little. Or I'll limit myself to 1 beer during the week, and then I can have unlimited consumption on the weekends. Like, I think that's really important to like not, especially if you're stopping something that you're addicted to, or like if you're trying to save money, you can't the next day be like, yeah, now I can save $500 every paycheck. Like that, it's not something that you're used to, so it's not something that you're going to be able to do. The second one is going to be read more. And I wrote, this goes with a lot of other hobbies away from my computer. One of my main hobbies is video games, computer. I love my computer. I love video games. I love playing video games. Definitely one of my favorite things that I love doing. I would like to read more. I would like to, build more Legos, do more puzzles, and like journal more. Those are definitely things that I want to incorporate more because the computer's nice, but I think I want to spend just a little bit less time on it. The third one is rest more. Working hard is good, but burnout is real. Last year, I think I took rest a little bit for granted. I need to take more vacations. I need to stop working. I need to rest more. If I want to do my job well, I need to be well rested. That's something that I think I forget because I'm very career driven, but rest is important. And if you rest well, you do a better job. That's the goal. And then you can do your job for longer because you burn out less quickly. Fourth one would be post regularly. Try to post a video every 2 weeks on YouTube. This is something I'm going to try and do. I'm not making any promises because I'm really bad at it, but it is something I want to do. So starting when this video comes out, I'm going to try and post every other week or every, whenever I want to. It doesn't have to be every other week, but the limit would be every other week. Then there is do more exercise. Goal is to get back in shape. I used to do way more exercise and I just want to get a little bit more in shape. Like it has nothing to do with losing weight or anything. I just want to feel like I'm stronger. And that would be finding a sport that I enjoy. I love dance. I love running. So definitely one of those. So definitely do more exercise is a thing. But as you can tell, I'm not telling myself, oh, I'm just going to the gym like every other day. No, it's just do more exercise in a broader sense. I think if you put intentions out into the world, it's a really good start because you'll think about those things and you'll remember those things. And then the last one would be meditate regularly, which I have been really bad at. It would be a minimum 3 times a day. I still haven't done that in a minute. I've done that once in the month of January. Took a subscription to Headspace. I've used Headspace before. I remember there was a time in my life where I was using it. I used it for like 3 months and I felt so much lighter, so much better, so much more patient and I could concentrate more easily. So I do want it to be a part of my life. I just for some reason cannot get myself to do it. And it's just really hard for me to wake up in the morning and be like, I need to do it. So either I need to find a way to like put it into my afternoon or just at night or just put an alarm in the morning when I wake up. I don't know. I really want it to be a part of my life, but I don't think, maybe that's just the resolution that's not going to get resoluted. Anyways, that's it for the resolutions. I think what I'm going to hopefully do, what I would want to do is come back at the end of the year or the beginning of the next year and just kind of see where this is and where I'm at. For the smoking, I am counting cigarettes I've had every day, and then I'm going to do an average every month and see how I am limiting. I think right now my max has been 5 in one day. I've had days without, but I'm mostly at like around 3, which I want it to be 0 or 1 or 2. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and be more, I am conscious about it because the thing that with writing stuff down is that you get more conscious about like the actions that you're taking. And so now when I go to grab it and to smoke it, I think about it beforehand. I'm like, oh, which one is this? Like, this is my second, my third. And so I am becoming more conscious about it, which I'm happy about because that's the point. The point is to be healthier and stop because smoking is bad for you and you can die from it. And actually, it turns out I don't want to die. Anyways, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration to maybe have broader intentions or resolutions, and I'll let you know for the future about how it goes. And you'll see me soon, I guess. Love ya.